Ronald, a very good morning to you. So what is it that we are learning, with many people obviously thinking, that we have warmer weather and, of course, coupled with the level 1 of lockdown, are we sort of living with a false sense of security at the moment? It certainly seems so with what we've just been reading.
Yes, indeed, Yuveka. Well, according to the Western Cape Liquor Authority, around 40 liquor licenses have been suspended during COVID-19 pandemic since the lockdown started, with nearly 150 cases investigated by the Liquor Authority. So it's a very concerning issue for the liquor industry. Where we are at the moment, we are in Nyanga at a place called Sugar Lounge, which is quite a popular hotspot for many people who like to party and enjoy themselves, especially on weekends. I am joined, however, by more members of the liquor industry. I'm going to start off with you, Mr. Alan Samuels. Or should I? Yes, let me start off with you, Mr. Samuels. For starters, we spoke briefly on camera about some of the challenges faced. We spoke about, the challenge of people or authorities, law enforcement, requiring people to come into these establishments wearing masks. What are some of the other issues faced on the ground here?
The main issue that we are actually facing on the ground in this industry is the liquor amendments and the liquor acts, and the biggest challenge that we got at the moment is the zoning and the land use departments. Because the problem that we got with the zoning, we don't understand what is zoning, because how can they zone you in a residential area? And we are just feeling they are using this zoning and land use department to clamp our businesses down in the townships and in the liquor industry. So actually that is a key that they're using, closing the liquor trade down in townships. Thank you. Mr.
Lifamapilo, I'm going to bring you into the conversation, because also briefly we spoke about the issues on the ground. We've seen visuals that have gone viral in areas in Kailicha, Nyanga and elsewhere where there's a lack of social distancing, people just basically enjoying themselves, and it seemed like we're not even living during this pandemic, because the COVID-19 is still very much among us. What are some of the issues that have been brought to your attention with regards to some of the industry role players not playing their role in ensuring that COVID-19 protocol is adhered to?
Yeah, thanks, Ronald. Some of the things that are happening, are very disappointing, because from our side as the leadership, because what we advocate as the Liquor Traders Organization is the regulation, responsible drinking and responsible trading. So we really get amazed when we see these pictures on social media that people are behaving this, because at the end of the day, what we also need to understand is that we've got a code of conduct for our members. And how? Because what we need to understand is that before business, we need to understand that COVID is here and COVID is killing. So what we need to do, human lives matter more than profit. So that's what we are always advocating to our members. Members, because we don't want our industry to be closed again. So we are asking our members to please abide by the regulations of COVID. Because what we're saying each and every outlet and each and every trader must have somebody at the gate who's holding this thing, who's sanitizing people, and people must come into your places with masks on. And we must also adhere to the social distance protocol, because that is very important. So we are saying to our members, please, we don't want any of you to lose a business license because of greed or because of selfishness, because at the end of the day, when you run out of business, you are allowing more space for a license to be taken, and you are giving space for these chain stores to come into the township. Because what we are promoting here, we are promoting township economy. So don't destroy your own business and your own license because of your greed and your selfishness. Because at the end of the day, people's lives matter more than anything.
Mr. Samuels, you touched on a very important point, and that is of township economy. We know that a lot of businesses have thrived, such as Taverns and also people who drive taxi, minibus taxis. But this industry has also faced numerous threats or concerns regarding retail stores now selling liquor. We've seen it across townships. Tell us more about that.
Like the retail stores, like our Shoprite and Pick n Pays, those are the challenges that we're facing now at this moment. And the broader picture that we're getting here from all the stakeholders, especially your law enforcement and your liquor authorities and all these authorities, is basically clearly that we can see that they are really busy clamping our businesses down and making space for our Shoprite and Pick n Pay liquors. For me, it's so unfair. If you look at some members and people that runs this business for 20 years, and then all of a sudden, just for a minor mistake, closing that place down that was trading for 20 years, making space for Shoprite and Pick n Pay is very unfair, because what I will always preach is, as you look at our townships, I will always preach, this township was dumping spaces, right? And we people that stays in the township build this township up where it is today. And now, for all these years building it up, and now we must move out of business and make space for the white people's business. Is very unfair.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. Okay. To add something?
Yeah, to add on what Chairperson is saying. Now, what has happened, as he is saying, these places used to be our dumpings because of the group areas. Now we are improving our townships. We are trying to make our lives better because there's a high rate of unemployment. So we are trying to make a living out of ourselves. And what we also said what we are also saying to the government, we are saying to the government, listen, here we are trying to make an honest living with a legal substance. The only thing that we are saying to you, legalize the business. Let's regulate. Let's sit together, because liquor business needs a holistic approach. We need to sit down, because what you need to understand, we've got more than 25,000 illegal ship-ins in the township. We gave the government a document that say, guys, let's sit down. Here is a document. Let's work on this document, because we are the traders, so we know exactly what is happening on the ground. And now what these people are using, they are using the law. They will come up with the zoning, land departure use, and then at the end of the day, they will take people's licenses. And then in the meantime, what they want to do, they want to flood our townships with your Pick n Pay liquor, with your Shoprite liquor, and which we are very much against, because we see that is the strategy. They want to take us out and put them in, and we cannot allow that.
All right, gentlemen, unfortunately we have run out of time, but thank you very much indeed for your input. Well, there you have it, Juveka. Certainly plenty of more challenges here in the tavern industry, where it's beyond COVID-19, really, some of the issues that these gentlemen have mentioned. The issue of competition against retail stores, which generally sell quite a lot cheaper in terms of the liquor sales in comparison to areas like taverns where people can sit and enjoy themselves. But the concerns are really that these places may become hotspots where COVID-19 cases may rise. We heard also recently, not only at the place called Turnroof, where a number of Cape Townians were infected, but also Fort Hare students recently who were infected by COVID-19 at a place in East London.
So many issues that play there. Thanks so much, Ronald Masinda.